Delay gratification.
Delay gratification.
Delay gratification. Denying oneself to be able to make good success. To be able to, if I have the Bible, I would have read a portion. You know, see, there's something about the Bible, I don't know. The Bible is is a history book. That's the first thing I like about the Bible. It's a history book, number one. Then number two, is very informative and educative at the same time. So it is like you studying some portion of the Bible. The portion of the Bible sometimes is for you to get trained. It's not just. Then we have the spiritual side that deals with spiritual context and all of that, healing, deliverances, and all of that, spiritual awakening and all of that. But the marriage and the finance. The scripture talks about finances and wealth creation also. Wealth creation also. Then for me, self-denial, which is delayed gratification, is a law. And the Jewish people, I've read a book, I think it's the Jewish phenomenon. Then another one talks about the Jewish, the enduring wealth of the Jews. The two books, I've read the two of them. And in those books, there was an extensive talk or write-up about delayed gratification. They say in their system, in their tradition, is a kind of a system. You must have it. You must have it. Even the Jewish Americans that are trained in America, they have that consciousness. And that's why the Jews have been able to build a lot of business. Like American Jews, like Bill Gates, like Mark Zuckerberg, all these people, these are Jewish men that have built business running into billions of dollars. But they started by bringing themselves under check. Like what we're talking about, delayed gratification today. Delayed gratification, denying yourself something to get another thing. There's a message that was preached by our pastor, our father in the Lord, many years ago, and that tape, I've not forgotten it. The title is Discipline and Indiscipline. So in that particular tape, he said something. As I still remember, he said something. He said, the pain of studying for an exam and the pain of regret and the pain of studying, being studious, trying to prepare for exam, you're denying yourself something. People are playing ball, or they're in spa, or they're in ShopRite, hanging out, catching cruise and all that. Then you're in your room trying to study. And your friends are telling you we're in ShopRite, you're like, no, let me close this in and go and meet them. You're pained that you have to study for exam. Then the regret of dropping out or the regret of not graduating when your mates have graduated and you are still in school to write your final year exam again. You say, which one is? So that was how he waded into the two. That's that the pain of studying might be temporal, but the regret of failing is something that will not leave you. Because even that lady or that girl at that time that you're trying to woo her, and you perhaps planned maybe after NYSC, she would have gone for NYSC, then you're back. You're still at school. So how will it work? She might go there and see somebody that is more responsible and more serious, and she'll move on. So he said the pain, the temporal pain of being able to adjust yourself, and the pain of regret, which one is more? The pain of regret when you're driving a car and they say, slow down, you're speeding. You say, I'm catching someone, I need to rush. The pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Tomorrow you're lying down in orthopedic with your leg raised up and you're working with clutches. I don't know. So it's, when you look at it, is what if he had slowed down and,
Does delayed gratification actually matter when you have nothing to lose?
Of course, there must be something to lose. There must be something to lose in any side. In any side. Okay, where okay.
I think I should just push that to early marriage. I think
Okay.
looking at guys who just hit their first meal or their first 250 million naira and maybe are in business, or maybe they got a contract. Out of 250 million naira, they have a kind of a revenue or an equity of MC 25 million naira from 250 naira. So they rush into marriage and instead of waiting for maybe to invest the money into the back business, maybe you don't have much to do because maybe that is a contract business which you're into. There's not much to invest and you rush into marriage with 225 million naira. And for the wedding, you would like to make it big. Maybe you spend 20 million naira and you have left 5 million naira. Is there any effect, vast effect to that?
There's a lot of effect because number one, you've opened yourself for a fall. You've opened yourself for a fall. Sorry, I don't know. Sometimes I use mentors because I've attended a lot of sometimes leadership conference in quote, and somebody says something. He said, "Don't start what you cannot finish." And I know the Bible, the book of Song of Solomon, says something about this same thing. He said, "Don't awaken love until it is ready." Don't awaken love until it is ready. Meaning that love is like, there's this tempo. He wants to see the guy, he wants to see the girl. There's this, they want to rush. So Solomon was advising, he said, don't awaken my love until you're ready. Until you're ready. Because you might awaken it so early and you're not ready for it. It will land you somewhere.
What do you think about that?
Okay.
When there's nothing to lose and
Who said you rushed him to go and get married? First, you start losing from your wife. Because you get married to the partner. If you don't look well, you went to go and because you only make the money. You now went to go and get married. And your wife is not kind of person of supporting you. You start because the way you spend the money on getting married, right? It will help you spend the money. You lose the contracts. You still lose. Your business will still fall. The woman will still divorce you anyway. So you also fall from there.
From the height.
You will lose your business partner. So
I mean, this is a contract. I don't have much to lose.
Okay, let's just say, let me say, wealth is unlimited, right? But in this context, why will you go and marry? What if there is no other contract? What if you didn't get another contract, like for 6 months? How will you survive?
Or something happened on the way.
So,
and the person
I think the first thing, someone that has the mindset of growing big, or has the mind that is thinking big, that wants to go out of his own borderline, should first of all think about investment. Do you understand? That marriage can actually hold after you have invested the money, like 6 months or a year later, and the wedding might even be bigger than it was when you rushed into the marriage. Another thing, when you rush into marriage because you have made money, sometimes the partner, like the wife on the other side, the family, the woman will see you as, oh, he has the money. You understand? And then expect billing. And then when that billing start coming, when they start sending you, they need money, they need this, you have to provide for them. And when you're unable to sustain that which you have started, that becomes a problem. That is when divorce comes in. That is when the marriage begins to have problem. That same marriage eventually to, marriage is something that is not supposed to. Business. It's not meant for anybody. Understand? You need to be ready physically.
I want you to touch because you made mention of something. You said,
emotionally.
I want to make my marriage look like the video.
Okay, we're not talking about marriage or weddings.
I just asked the question when there's nothing to lose. I'm using a kind of a scenario. Okay, what about let me say in academics, but instead of delaying gratification, maybe I have a business. Of a small enterprise, and I'm working on it while I'm in school. And let me say I'm in second year in my school, and all of a sudden the business started growing. Rapidly, it started growing. Like I started having much revenue every single month, making like more than 250,000 a month, which is a lot of money for someone who's
250.
Yes, who's still in second year and making 250 a month, making 3,500 a month. and I thought maybe I could just pour all my mind into this and leave school. Yeah.
It's not.
Looking at I have nothing to lose. I could still come back to school and continue.
It's not advice.
Are you sure?
No. It's not really. From the side you're coming is in two way. You know, you can still do your business and still go to school. It's not.
I mean, looking at someone
because you're making a lot of
who's
money.
watching this, who's watching this now, think maybe I have this business giving me money. Why don't I just leave this business and venture into just leave this academics and venture into this business? I could come back to it better.
You can still, although you can still come back, but that is when it's official. Are you getting my point? You're not deferring your admission. You're already studying. So, and you can still, except you're going to start doing part-time.
Some people will leave.
But I don't see it being a hindrance.
There is no way.
There's no hindrance.
But
I want us to really bring out the issues of this self-gratification, because when we're talking about self-gratification, is about pleasure. It's denying yourself some pleasures to be able to get something better. You're working, you need to save. You understand? You're working, you need to save. You know, and all of that. So I think it's something that is outright. So this is about pleasure, this is about comfort. Some people are in school now, they make money, and it's all about fashion. Why not leave these things? There will be a time. I think there was a story, you know, there's just stories. Whenever I talk about something, I just remember something. There's a story that was told us some time ago where a lady, she used to, you know, fly to Lagos in those days. I think from UNN, she would fly to Lagos in those days, there's a particular hair salon they call headmasters or something like that. She would make her hair in headmasters. She would spend the weekend, you know, whatever, come back, say I went to headmasters, that's where I made my hair. So, you know, these things are kind of, but she could have made it, she can make the same hair. So maybe somewhere in Enugu here or whatever. And you have to fly to Lagos, you know, some girls will be like, now, wow, me, they have not even entered the airplane before. And somebody is flying to just make hair. You know, there are things people do that will really puzzle you, like, you'll be kind of amazed. You'll be shocked. And you'll be like, now, wow, am I not on the same level with this lady? And, you know, when you are still going to buy Bend Down Select and Okrika, somebody is telling you, I'm buying from this particular boutique, and a pair of jeans there is 50k, and with 50k you can buy like 10.
I mean, I think
I think
if you have the money in while you be in university, I mean, why wait till you are old to spend the money?
You are not the one making the money. If you are not the one making the money is coming from your parents, and you are spending things. Or say someone that have mental issue. Because you don't make it.
Do you know, I know someone in school. I'm not going to mention name because we're.
You know, good.
I know someone in
school.
school.
If I'm the one that make that money,
yes.
I know my sweat. I know how I will work to make that. I can spend it. I'm like, I'm the one that make. I can spend it. I have no problem. But I cannot just spend it without investing. I make this money. I have to invest it. Later in future, I can now sit down and spend it. No stress. But when you're still in school and you're spending money like that.
So somebody told a story. Sorry, I won't waste time. Somebody told a story. Said someone built a house, and after a while he was complaining that things are going down. Then the person asked him, "Do you know what happened? Immediately you built the house, you kind of relaxed that you have arrived." So before you were struggling, you were striving to build the house, and immediately you now have the house, you relaxed. So he said, the same way you were striving to build a house, he said, you should continue. You should continue. Continue. There are better things ahead. So they said there's a trait about successful people. They never settle for a kind of level. I'm here, I now have 250 million in my account, so I'm okay, I'm now a big man. No. It's a continuous effort to keep moving, to keep getting, because you're still alive.
I've heard this saying, the thing worse than zero is average. The thing worse than zero is average.
Okay, average.
People settle for average. I'm good. And that's one thing about the middle class. In 2008, when the stock market fell, there was a Great Depression, as they call it. We entrepreneurs, we call it the Great Depression in 2008. The people that were affected the most were middle average. The average families were affected most. They were the ones who fell into the Great Depression. If it those above the wealthy, they were not affected. You see the rich, those average, those white collar jobs, those who are work for the government, are the ones who are affected much because the tax rose, everything rose by more than 56%. So those in zero, they know how they do, they feed from hand to mouth, they don't have much problem there. But those in the middle class, they were affected greatly. So I think the thing that is worse than zero is average.
That's worse
Average is worse than zero.
So people should strive for
Yes.
a higher level in life. A higher level.
No realization.
Okay, somebody will say, but there's something I began to do with myself, well, for some time, for a long time, but it's part of me. I started living a life where there's just this thing, you hardly know, you know, there are people when they are broke, like people know, they say, nah, wow, nah, you know, they give signs, people know. They started doing something, I think from secondary school, and like you hardly know, you don't know when I have and when I don't have. And I think I've kept that in for a long more time. You hardly know because I won't tell you. And I possibly will not tell you when I have. So you just see me like that. So you will not even understand whether I have or I don't have.
Yeah.
You don't know when I have because I will not come and bother you. Then when I have, I will not run to you and say I have. I will not make a funny hairstyle to tell you I have. And I will not make another hairstyle to tell you I don't have. So I kind of like that kind of life where you don't dictate, like nothing. I can trek on the road. I must not drive. I must not enter, what do you call it? I must not show you. You know, like there's nothing. There's not nothing. We're just, all of us are striving to be better. So I think is a mindset. That's why we're talking about delayed gratification. It's not when maybe Pig Milk, they call me now and they give me a job of how many million. Then I'm not say, let me now move to no. A lot.
I think what we say about that delayed gratification, looking at students who are living a party life.
Okay, when you talk about delayed gratification, you talk about 4 things, which are lack of discipline or discipline, mindsets, lack of discipline, mindsets, purpose. Now, when you talk about lack of discipline, someone that is not there is what is called discipline. I mean, a party is happening. There's a party happening and people are having fun, they're dancing, there is food, and then can you be able to hold yourself not to go there?
Okay,
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say someone just came in, maybe one of the billionaires just came in and he's sharing money.
Yes,
And people are struggling, people are killing themselves to get money. Can you hold yourself down? Like,
yeah, I forget to.
I can't do this. Even though you don't have. You understand? Now, when you talk about mindset has to do with kind of the way you think.
Your thoughts.
Yes. So, in the discipline aspect now is there are things you do, there are things you don't do. For instance, you're walking on the road and you saw something, maybe you saw a clothes, very beautiful, and you need these clothes, you actually need it, you understand? But then you have something else you want to do, which may be more important. Okay, you are planning to do this thing, you're planning to invest in a business, for instance. You want to start up a business and you don't have anybody to give you the capital, you just need to save up to get the capital. And now you're saving like 10,000 naira in a month. And the money you have at that point is that 10,000 naira. So are you going to choose between saving that money or buying that clothes? Which you know that you can buy it later as much as you want it. Now the mindset aspect is that the way you think. Some people, they just want to live now. Let's just live now. Tomorrow we'll sort it out. So what if tomorrow you're unable to sort it out?
What will you do?
Yes. Because like I said, wealth is unlimited. There's no limit to wealth. That you have billions, trillions, doesn't mean that you should relax. You continue to. You don't stop. You understand? So the way you think also matters when it comes to delayed gratification. Being able to tell yourself, for someone that is just settled, that's been settled in a business, for instance, and giving some millions of naira to take care of himself, to establish himself, will just come out and say, oh, why don't I just buy a car, buy a house, so that my family will know that I have arrived, my friend will know that.
Yeah.
So after buying that car, buying that house, where will you get the money?
Have you achieved success?
Where will you get the money to maintain the car? Now, what will happen to you? What will happen to tomorrow? What will happen to your feeding? What will happen to your upkeep? What will happen to your future family, like your present family? How will you take care of them? Is it the family? Is it the car that
So
you're going to
I think that will bring us to, because when you're discussing, things are just coming up. Because people are doing things do not necessarily mean it is right or they are mindful of it, because some people actually want to do things, let people know I did this, let people know my wedding was here, was done in Lagos, let people know it was in Abuja, let people know it was in UK. Somebody like that has a long way to go. Maybe we'll be looking at it the next edition.